Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're doing a review of the Central Pneumatic Air Palm Nailer. Okay, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, why not hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I produce another tool review or fix a broken tool or create some DIY project you can enjoy. Alrighty, so thanks for joining me again. Today we're doing the review of the Harbor Freight Central Pneumatic Air Palm Nailer, item number 68027. Now this has a lightweight aluminum body, a magnetic tip, a quick connect coupler is already included. It works with anywhere from a 1 gallon all the way up to a 30-gallon compressor, so any compressor will work with this. It includes a leather cover. The air inlet is 1/4 MPT, and it only consumes 0.2 CFM, so that tells you it takes very little air to run this. It'll handle nails anywhere from very small all the way up to 4 3/4, and it weighs only 2 pounds, so it's rather lightweight. Now I'll explain what the difference is between this air palm nailer and a regular nailer in a moment, but let's pull it out and see what you get. So you get the unit itself, you get the instructions and some oil with it, and a little Allen wrench in case you need to take it apart to service it or anything like that. The instructions are basically all safety stuff, which we won't bother with. Let's put this aside for now. So here is the unit itself, and as you can see, it's already in the leather pouch. Let me take it out of the pouch so you can see it a little bit better. Open this up. And here you go. A little wrinkled label, but that doesn't matter too much. And here you have the air nailer. And basically what this is, think of it like a little mini jackhammer. This part right here acts like a jackhammer, and that's how it pounds the nails in. It is not like an air gun or an air nailer, let's say, that takes a big burst of air and shoves that nail straight into the wood or whatever substrate you're working with, most commonly wood. But basically it's the size of your palm, and they have two different sizes. This is the large model, and they have a smaller version as well. And the price difference is negligible. This one runs $24.99, and let's see, I can't remember if they had it on sale when I got it or if I used a 20% off coupon. But either way, $24.99, you can knock it down to around 20 bucks, something like that, with a 20% off or 25% off, even better, whatever you're able to get. Central Pneumatic, you can use the 20% and 25% off coupons, so always look out for that. This one has not been excluded from those coupons as of yet. Now, this one is on clearance right now, so you can get it 25 bucks or maybe cheaper. Like I said, use your coupons or go in and maybe they'll clear it out cheaper, I don't know. But it does say on their website that it's on clearance. And I don't know what they plan on doing, if they're going to eliminate it altogether or if they're going to rebrand it to one of their new brands, whether it's Chief, Admiral, whatever they're going to do with that. So if you want to get it cheaper, I'd say go in and get this one. If you want to wait for the new version of it, you're going to pay more. So if it's 25 bucks now, you're probably looking at around 30 bucks later, because all their new brands are going up in price and all their new brands are being excluded from the coupons. So you're going to be paying full price for those unless they come up with some coupon, which, they occasionally will put out coupons for like the Bauer and the Hercules and stuff like that, but it's nowhere near the 20 and 25% off coupons. I would say, if you're going to get anything from Harbor Freight, hurry up and get it now, because I think the 20 and 25% are going to be phased out slowly but surely, so that none of the good, bigger items are going to work with it. Only the smaller, little piddly things like, sandpaper and rivets and things like that. But the big items, no more coupons. That's the way I think Harbor Freight is going. Anyway, so here's your leather pouch. Let me put it back into the leather pouch if I can remember how this goes. And the convenience of the leather pouch is to hold it in your hand more conveniently. Instead of having to hold it like that, it has a strap here, which I'll show you in a minute, and that makes it easier to hold. Now, the benefit of using this is that this is great for DIYers like myself and like you guys watching, because this does not need any kind of special nails or anything to use with it. This, you can use any type of nail that you have. So like I said, it's like a mini jackhammer, and here's the benefit of this. You put the strap on your hand like that, and here's for your thumb. So this is the way it goes. You hold it like that, and it also has on this side, so if you're left-handed, it'll work for you as well. So right-handed, which I am, or left-handed, you hold it like this, and like you see, it does not fall out. It'll stay in your hand. This is the air inlet right here. It comes with the nipple part right here. This is where you put the nail, and it is magnetic, like I said, so it'll hold the nail in there. And like I said, the beauty of this is that it'll work with any type of nail. And it does have a little magnetic piece on the side, so it'll hold it there. I guess if you're nailing and you want to have your next one ready, you can do something like that. I don't know why you would, but that's the way it is. So it holds your nail for you right there, and it has no trigger. It basically is pressure sensitive. So when you press down on it, it starts pumping away, pump, 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 and gets the nail driven into the wood. Now, like I said, I was going to explain why you would want something like this, or why it may be beneficial for you. You may not want it. Maybe it's just, it may come in helpful at some point. But the benefit of this is that you can see how small it is, the size of your hand, your fist. It'll fit into really tight spaces. Let's say you're doing some decking work or some framing, and you have to do some toe nailing, and you have the front wood, the piece you're trying to nail, and then another piece over here next to it. You can't get a full-size nail gun in there, and you can't swing your hammer, enough to really get it in there. So you're just tapping away at the nail trying to get it in there. It's really, really hard. Well, you don't have the pressure and you don't have the speed to do like a jackhammer and just pound that nail in there. But this can. So you just take the nail, toenail it in there, and it just pounds the nail into the wood. Like, let's say something like this, where you have a piece of wood like this, and you're trying to toenail in a tight little place like that. This is where this would be convenient. If you have, let's say, a tight place like that, and you have to nail something. Well, getting it in is uncomfortable enough, but with this one, you can drive the nail in there in this situation where you can't really hammer in there very conveniently in a case like this. And you certainly cannot get a real air gun in here in this gap. It would just be way too tight. So this would not be a good situation for an air gun. Either do it manually or use something like this. Another good situation to use one of these is when you're nailing around glass. Glass, if you're using a hammer, you might miss the nail and hit the glass and ruin it. And then you have a big expense replacing that glass. Glass can also shatter from vibration. So if you're hammering away, let's say you have a piece of glass down here and you're hammering away right there, the glass, the vibration can cause it to shatter. So that is dangerous. This, on the other hand, may give you better control around the glass because you're limited to where the tip is and it doesn't vibrate wildly. Now you can use this all the way up to 90 PSI, but I would say under certain circumstances it may be beneficial to cut it down a little bit so that you're not creating too much vibration like I just described around a piece of glass. It depends also on the size of nail you're using. 2-inch nail is not going to require as much air, 2.5, 4-inch nail or something like that. Finished nail like this is not going to require that much to, put it in. Now, if you're pumping through a, gigantic 3 or 4-inch nail, wow, this was bent. But if you're putting in a 3 or 4-inch nail, then you're going to want more air. So then obviously you're going to be up at the 90 PSI range. So, it'll take a big nail like that and drive it in. So those are the benefits. It's compact, convenient to use in certain circumstances, has certain benefits to it, get into tight places, reduce the amount of vibration, and so forth. And it is way, way cheaper than a nail gun. And like I said, most DIY people, you're not going to be using a nail gun enough to invest a couple $100s in a nail gun. The big guns generally run 40, 50, 60, up to $100 for the gun, plus the nails. You have to buy the nails. With this, you use any nail you have on hand. So that's the benefit of having something like this. So let me hook it up to the air, and I'll demonstrate something on this wood I have right next to me, and we'll see how it works. Okay, so I hooked it up to the air inlet, and let's pound away some nails in here and get ready for a little bit of noise. It is a bit noisy, and we'll go first off with the 2-inch nail. And like I said, it has no trigger. It's just pressure sensitive. So sometimes it takes a little bit to get it to get going. So you see it just hammers away like that. And that's just the pressure sensitivity. It could really hammer at I have it at 90 psi. It can really hammer the wood really hard. So I think it would be beneficial under certain circumstances to cut it down a little bit lower than 90 psi. That might be a little bit extreme. But right now I'm just doing testing to show you guys I don't really need to be very careful. This is scrap wood I'm going to toss out when I'm done. So let's take this nail and pound it in here. There you go. You see how it pounded it all the way in. That was a 2-inch nail. Let's go with a 2.5 inch nail. And it's a little inconvenient. This hose is kind of big and it's pulling me down here. Sorry about that. There you go, 2.5, no problem at all. How about this is a 3-inch nail. Let's pound a 3-inch nail in there. No trouble with the 3-inch nail. Let's see, I believe I have a 4-inch nail here. Let me get that out. 4-inch nail, that is a heck of a sinker. Let's put that puppy in. And again, I knew I was going to do this, so for a 4-inch nail, you need 90 psi. You can't do it at 30 or 40 or 50 psi for a big nail like this. So, you see, a big 4-inch nail, what is that? Doesn't say what the other, like a 10 penny, 4 penny, 5 penny, whatever it is. But it's a 4-inch nail. Oh, didn't go. Can't feel it when it's already in. There you go, it's all the way down. Whoa, I hammered the two together. I nailed them both together. That's how it went right through it. So let me see if I can take these apart. Well, look at that. So you can see right there how it hammered the two together. And that 3 and that 4-inch really grabbed on good and hard there. I don't know if you can see very well, but you can see it drove the nails right through there. No problem at all. So you see, for something like this, it is quite useful, quite beneficial. You can do quite a lot with it. And for 20 bucks, it gets the job done. And it's not very expensive. Keep it on hand. Use any nails that you have. And it comes in handy for DIY people like you and me. So I think it's a nifty tool. And if Harbor Freight doesn't carry this anymore, do not fear. There are other manufacturers of air palm nailers. So look it up on the web. If Harbor Freight stops selling it, if they clear it out, if they don't bring it back as another model, not to worry. Find this on the web. Home Depot, I'm sure, carries them. Lowe's carries them. Ace Hardware, Menards. I'm sure there are plenty of other companies out there that carry a different brand of air palm nailer. If you really like this from my demonstration and review, then go to Harbor Freight and check it out. If Harbor Freight doesn't have it, do not worry, somebody else will. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful. I hope this brought something to mind that you were not aware of. And like I said, I hope that you give me a thumbs up, you like the video, and you come back again. Hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you guys around on the next one. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye for now.